Hey, what's up? How are you?
Are you hearing everything loud and clear?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Everything is okay.
Thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna get right into the questions. So guys, I have a confession to make. So I have started my classes with Mr. Russell. I was doing quite fine, body tone up and look good and all, lose much weight and all. I lost a lot of weight because he started, he gave me a meal plan and, I was go getting. That was before school started back in September. So school started back and I had a lot of stress. And I told him, listen, I have a school going on. I have mental issues. I just have a lot of stress. So can I just take a little break? Can I just take a break from, my physical activities? And I took the break and I know I can't start back. So I want you, Mr. Russell, to talk to those persons like me who think that they have to be mentally okay first before they start their physical journey.
Well, the thing is this, right? Um, exercise, physical exercise is a relief. You know, it's a reliever. It relieves you of stress. You know what I mean? When you exercise. Well, it depends because when you're a professional athlete, exercise becomes, you know, overbearing at times. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're pushing yourself to become, the best version of yourself every single time. So it's a little bit different, but um, a regular person, they can do, you know, um, 30-minute exercise, 20-minute exercise, 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn out, you know, grueling thing that just stresses you out further. You understand what I'm saying? So it just can be,
I think we're looking at it as a chore. That is why we're looking at exercise as a chore, this big thing. We have to go
ah,
dress up and put on
nah,
and
man.
go buy
Mm-mm.
this and that and
And that's the thing. I always tell people is that there's more than one way to reach a goal. And
right,
what I mean by that is, um, some people like boxing, some people like cycling, some people like running, some people like lifting weights. So everybody has their favorite thing to do, and they can do
right.
that. That's their thing. They enjoy doing that, and I, I just think that you should stick to that route. You know what I mean? The route that you think is the best for you, and you know, and it would be fun instead of it feels like work. You know what I mean? You don't want it to feel like work. You want it to be as fun as possible. You know what I mean? As less grueling as possible. And the way to do that is to find something that you love. You know what I mean? Find a way to exercise that you love. I mean, there's so much things going on right now. Yoga, um, you know, you can run, as I said before. There's weightlifting. There's all these things. Cardio. You know, there's so much thing
Right.
that you can do that
Mhm.
so much variation exercises that you can do
Yeah.
that you can choose from. You know,
What I think is people. So we said we are going through stuff and we can't focus on the exercising. No, when everything is all right, we will go through it. But the truth is that if we are doing something else that's not healthy for us, some people will turn to the smoking, some people turn to drinking. They
mm-hmm.
are finding, things to comfort them. So why not focus on the exercise and use that to, you know,
Yes, but
um,
that can be done as well. That can be done as well.
use the
You
exercise
can
as a stress
use
reliever. And
exactly
then at the end of the
the
day,
exercise.
it's making you feel good and look good,
Exactly. Anything can become a habit. You
right?
know, yeah. Anything can become a habit. You can literally reprogram yourself. You can reprogram yourself, right? And reprogram your habits. You know what I mean? You can replace your habits. If you used to
Right.
smoke, right?
Mm,
Replace it with something else.
right.
Exercise. Something positive. You
Mm.
understand? And everybody can do it. It's very difficult. You know what I mean? the most difficult thing is the mind. It's here.
Yeah.
It's not here. It's not physical. It's the mental, right? Because all right, for instance, I'm giving you exercise, right? I'm giving you 10 reps, and you can only do five. You think you can only do five, but when you reach the five, if you push yourself hard enough, you could pass that limit. That's how you become better. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
That's how you become better. Resistance. That's how you change. That's how you grow. You know. So yeah, it's just all about perspective and what I mean. As I said before, what you like to do. When it comes to your habits, you can change them little by little. Everything it's basically stages, right? You don't just rush it and change everything at once, right?
Right.
Almost like a diet. You want to change the diet, you want to try to change everything at once. No, you can't do that.
Mm.
It has to be, single, small things. You know what I mean? All right, not going to eat any sugar, but you eat everything else that you used to eat, that you normally eat. You know,
Right.
and then when you get used to that, they move on to something else. All right, I'm gonna stop eating the rice so much. So I've stopped eating so much. They minimize the food and they move on to something else. You know what I mean? So it's stages. That's the stages. You don't just cut your diet just like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Jump.
All
That.
right. Oh, thank you. I know some of us are struggling. They're sitting right now and they're saying, yes, it's me, I know. So, guys, what he's basically saying is start small. Don't look at exercise as a chore. Use it as a stress reliever. Put it on it's a goal, it's something good for you. All right. In terms of the dieting, as he said, don't try to say, okay, I'm going to diet and cut off everything one day. No, you do it in portions, small, little by little. All right, Mr. Russell, I'm not sure if you're comfortable talking about this, but I've listened, I've heard you spoke on a live before about you losing someone close to you because of unhealthy eating habits. Do you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, that's no problem. If
Okay.
I was uncomfortable speaking about it, I wouldn't I wouldn't put it on live. But
Okay.
yeah, that's no problem. Well, that person was my mom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start from the beginning where I was young, very young, maybe 5, 6 years old. You know what I mean? I used to
Mm-hmm.
be sick. Like I used to have tonsillitis, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sore throat. I used to be sick like religiously every week. I said before, every week. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, what's wrong with me? Why is everybody else, fine, and I'm like the sicky person, you know what I mean? I'm like
Mm-hmm.
sick all the time, sick. I'm like, no, something is wrong. Am I weak? My immune system is weak or something. You know what I mean? But um, that wasn't the case. It was my body reacting to what I was eating. You know what I mean? Telling me that this is not for you.
Right.
Change. That's what it was talking to me, and that's what food is. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you're eating the wrong thing and you're
Mm-hmm.
getting that type of reaction, it's a good thing. Don't look at it as a bad thing. You know what I mean? But anyway, um, yeah, I was getting sick. Nobody else was getting sick until I was 10 years old. When I was 10 years old, she got sick, right, with a condition called Joshua syndrome, which is very rare.
What
It
exactly?
attacks. It's a it's almost like cancer. It attacks your organs, your lungs, your skin,
Mm-hmm.
your liver, kidney. It hardens it.
Oh
Basically,
man.
have to cut it out. You know what I mean? Cause gangrene. You know what gangrene is?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, your finger gets black, and then you have to cut it off because you would,
Oh
you would,
yeah.
yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
would basically take out the whole hand if you don't cut it off. You know what I mean? So she had that as well. She got that as well. Let's call it all symptoms of Joshua syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And at the age of 10, I had to grow up. You know what I mean? I had to do everything for her. I had to cook. I had to clean, all that stuff. So I became a big man thing. Stopped going to school too and all that thing.
Stop going school?
Yeah, I had to stop. I had to
Oh,
stop. Yeah, to
I
take
didn't
care of
know
her.
that. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had to stop doing that. Yeah, so for a while, you know.
Right.
Yeah. And at the age of 14 she passed.
Okay. So
So,
she was sick
yeah,
basically for 4 years straight.
yes. And she had surgery and she didn't come out of the surgery alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she died based on they say it was a blood clot, but I
Okay.
say it's because of this whole this whole sickness thing,
Okay.
right? And I asked myself when she died, I was like, why this have happened? Why this is happening to me?
Right.
Why me? Why you know what I mean? All these whys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Um, and then it came to me. It came to me in a strange way. I mean, at the age of 15, 16, I started to play rugby, and I was still be eating bad, and I was still doing all those bad things, not knowing. You know, as a kid, you eat candy, and you eat all that stuff. You don't know that it's bad for you. You know what I mean? The parents are not teaching the children about eating healthy and what eating
Right.
healthy does and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, I was drinking.
So was
I
the
was drinking.
condition because of the condition that she had? Was it
Yeah.
because of the, are you saying it's because of the unhealthy eating, or is, or you're
Of course,
saying that,
definitely.
okay,
Definitely.
okay,
Definitely that. You know what I mean? They were saying, oh, it was because of all the sprays she used to use on the floors because she used to do floral arrangement.
okay.
You know what I mean? And she used to use all these toxic sprays and stuff like that. But that wasn't
Mhm.
the case. You know, you have other people that does it and nothing
Right.
happened to them. You understand what I'm saying? And even
So,
if
so what she
she's
like
taking
to
it,
eat? Like a lot of oil, a lot of what was her diet like? Why you blamed it on the unhealthy eating?
a lot of white sugar, that's first. A lot
Okay.
of cooling, that's second. That's second. I mean, we eat vegetables, but that wasn't enough. You know, some lettuce and some tomatoes and stuff like that. And then we eat
Mm,
rice, a lot of rice. You know, all right. So my father used to prepare Jamaican food. My mom used to
right.
prepare foreign food. You know what I mean? Like them take days. Monday my father cook, Tuesday my mother cook, Wednesday, and then Friday, I'm gonna eat McDonald's. So you know what that go.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yeah, so it was like mostly bad. It was mostly bad food. You know,
Right.
it's foreign.
Guys,
You
guess what?
know,
We have 20 seconds remaining. So when it cuts off, please rejoin. We're going to take 5 more minutes of Mr. Russell, and then we're going to ask Dam's car accessories to come on. All right. So, Mr. Russell, please, as it cuts off, you're going to rejoin right away. All
all right,
right,
no
guys.
problem.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for
Talking about the toxic fumes from the can and
the
all that
chemical
stuff that
content.
you
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
chemical and all that stuff, right? Well, I think that if she had taken a detox, that would have helped. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That would have helped tremendously. But at the time, no one had any knowledge of health, as I said before. You know what I mean? And um, everybody was getting sick, as I said before. The only reason why I think I survived was because of me being active. I was very active as a child, very active. I run everywhere. You know what I mean? If I'm going to the shop, I'm running.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm going to the living room, I'm running. I'm always running. You know, so I think that's what saved me from all those diseases and stuff that's going around now, like cancer and all that stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of people is getting it now because it's less activity. You know,
So you
when you exercise,
definitely you're an advocate for physical activities. It's a must. We must include that every day.
of course, yeah, man,
It
movement,
fights
all
off a
right?
lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm saying nowadays, recent in in this era. Everybody is, just laying down, not doing anything, playing games, video games instead of playing ring games, basketball, football, and all that stuff,
Right.
track and field. Back in my days, it was just like that. You know what I mean? Everybody was playing something outside. No,
Now everybody on
everybody's
Netflix,
inside.
Netflix and
Nah,
chill, like YouTube
everybody's inside.
and Instagram.
Yeah, so because of that now, your body does a pile up all the toxicity and then it develops in something. Whether whatever it is where you say your family, what is in your family, for diabetes or whatever it is. Not the diabetes is in your family,
Right.
right? What you're eating that causes the diabetes. And how your
Right.
body is reacting to what you're eating. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So them
definitely.
call it diabetes. You know? Yeah, but after I was saying about me playing rugby or whatever it is. Let me get to the point. All right. After my mom died, I was playing rugby or whatever it is. I was still eating bad. You know what I mean? Until I transferred over to boxing. So when I was doing boxing, when you're boxing, right? Before you box, you have to weigh on the scale.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always weighing over the weight. So I wanted to lose some weight the right way. I went to a friend and I asked him to help me out. And he was like, all right, sure, no problem. And this is like 10 years ago. He's like, no problem, I'm gonna help you out, man. What
Right.
you want? I'm like, yo, I need a meal prep. I need, a meal prep or whatever. He's like, all right, no problem. Give me $20,000 I call you. $20,000 at that time. Right? I'm like, yo, where am I going to find $20,000 to pay you? Yeah, I can't pay you. So
Right.
I had to be my own nutritionist. I had to do my own research. You know what I mean? And doing that um led me into, you know, health, oral
Right.
health, like
Mm-hmm.
eating, and that's why I found out that, that's why I was always getting sick. You know what I mean? Just because boxing has taught me a lot, man. Boxing have changed my life, basically. You know,
So what I want you
changed
to
my
tell the people,
life.
because I'm sure they want to hear. They want to hear. I want you to give me three. I'm going to narrow it down because we have somebody else coming on to showcase their
Mm,
products.
yeah.
Tell them three food that they definitely need to cut out. Don't miss it. Already tastes good. Cut it out.
um, um, well, this is gonna be hard, especially for Jamaican, them,
Tell
You
them.
see the
Tell
red
me. They
meat.
need to know. They need to know.
Yeah, man. You see the red meat. Man, I say if you cut it out, but eat less. Eat less of
Oh,
it because it stays too long in your body. You know what I mean?
right.
And a little thing that we call niggeritis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is your body overworking. It's
Mm-hmm.
not niggeritis is nothing. That's your body overworking, trying to break down the food. You
Right.
understand, message? So what you need to do, if you eat some fruits, if you eat a lot of fruits,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of one fruit, like a papaya or whatever it is. If you eat three big papaya like this, when you eat the papaya, you will still have energy throughout the day because it's easily broken down. It's the simplest form of sugar for the body to absorb. All right, and it's compatible sugar with the body. All right, for instance, now you mix some Kool-Aid or whatever it is with some granulated sugar. That's bad sugar. You have different form of sugar. You understand what I'm saying? Fructose, the body is compatible with fructose beans. You know what I mean? We feed off of that.
Right.
Natural fructose though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I would say dark steel, the curry goat, the curry goat. That's one of the hardest things for come off of.
The
The curry
pork.
goat.
The
I tell
pork.
you,
The pork.
well, all right.
The pork.
I'm gonna ruin the night now. Well, Anna, I'm ruining the night with the pork. So the pork, right? The pork have one of the worst, if not the worst, parasite on this planet. It's a brain parasite. Yeah, and when the pork is not cooked properly, you know what I mean? That egg that is in the pork, it hatches in your stomach, and then it travels to the brain. So somebody's a fire for your pork there. And
So
listen,
the
listen.
pork.
Yeah, man. So all those red meat and all that stuff, right? You try and minimize the intake, right? On red meat.
What about the rice? What about the rice?
Yeah, rice as well. Well, I want to say yam, yam and sweet potato is worse than the rice because it's a complex carbs, right? Complex carbs is harder to break down than a single carb, right? When
Okay.
it's complex, it has more than one enzyme. It's now the body has to split it apart. That's like so. Like for instance, a rice has one, right? And sweet potato has three. Now the body has to
Oh,
split the
I didn't
iron.
know that. They always
Yeah,
tell us
man.
that sweet potato is good for us. I
No,
didn't
sir.
know that. I know the
Yeah.
rice is not good.
Yeah. And it's hybrid as well. But anyway,
Mm.
so now that's split the stomach have to split the enzymes like this, right? Split the enzymes and break them down individually to the simplest form of sugar, which it can't. So the body
Mm.
just overwork, overwork, overwork. That's why it stays in your stomach so long. You know what I mean? It stays in your
Mm.
stomach longer. Yeah. That's why sweet potato stays in the stomach longer than regular potato. A lot of people don't understand that. And think say a good thing, you know. Longer it in their belly, the better. You know what I mean? You know
No,
what
but
I
I was
mean?
told that the sweet potato is better than the Irish potato, so I don't
No, no.
know. I
For
don't know
energy.
now. I'm gonna
For,
have to do
en-
my
for,
research.
for energy. For energy.
Oh,
It's better for
okay.
energy. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But it disrupts your nervous system, man. Disrupts your nervous system. And the thing is this, right? Every time you eat bad, right, you feed the bad bacteria that causes diseases, sickness, illness, and all them stuff there. Feed the bad bacteria. And once you have an imbalance in the stomach, which is 80% of your immunity,
Mm.
80% of the immune system, your stomach, you know, right? Once your stomach gone bad, then everything gone bad. That's why if you have a pancreatic cancer or colon cancer or something like that, that's it, right? And they only find out about them thing there when you reach late, like a stage 4 or a stage 3, because it doesn't show signs. Your stomach try and fight it until it can't fight it anymore, right?
Mm.
Yeah, man. See, a man say mucus there.
Yeah.
So he has mucus build up, right? Yeah, man. So what you want to do, you want to keep it balanced, right? If you're eating bad, I mean, everybody eat bad, even me, right?
Mm.
Me, I love a fried dumpling and anything, but you know when to stop. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's the difference. You know when to stop and balance out my thing. You understand what I'm saying? So you eat more good than bad. More good
Okay.
fruit. You eat fruit in the morning, you can eat a one bad meal or whatever it is, but not every day. You understand? You
Okay.
balance out the thing. Yeah, balance out the thing, man. You just know, say, all right, you're going now. All right, I'm going to eat more good stuff than bad stuff. And you keep working out because you need to detox the lymph nodes. That's why you detox the lymph, the lymphatic
Okay.
system. The lymphatic system is the garbage disposal of your body. So you need to detox that. Like when it pile up, right? When it
Mm-hmm.
pile up with all this garbage, you need to empty it, or you're going to empty it. Two ways alone you can empty it by dieting or by exercising.
Yeah.
So you choose.
Oh, thank you. Good. Listen, we're gonna have to let you come back another time because I wanted you to show them some exercises, but the time
Yeah,
is
well, that's
running
no
out.
problem.
Do you have any final words for them? And I also want you to tell them about your Zoom workout session because I'm a testament that it works, but tell them a little bit more about it and how they can reach you. So your final
well,
words and then tell them about your workout session.
well, my final word is everybody can change. Everybody can do better. You know, um, you can change your diet. You can change who you are. It doesn't even matter about the diet. I'm not even talking about only the diet. You know what I mean? As the lady was talking about earlier, about your mind. You know what I mean? It starts from here. You can change who you are and become a better person by small adjustments along the way. Don't take it, as I said before, no, don't jump big. Take small steps until you reach to your goal, your final destination. You know what I mean? It's a journey. Appreciate the journey along the way.
Appreciate the journey. Yeah, I love
Appreciate the
that.
journey.
I love your final words. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The
Next
race is
thing,
not for the swift. I always say
no.
that. Yeah.
It's a here Nipsey also say, right? Life is a marathon. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a sprint. So just take your time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reach towards the goal, whatever it is, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? I'm not only talking about fitness here. I'm not only talking about health, whatever it is. If it's business, if it's whatever goal it may
Right,
be.
right, right.
Right? Yeah, man. But
All right. And tell them
um
about your class, and then I'm gonna have Dam's Love Car Accessories coming on to show her beautiful products. Go ahead.
all right. Well, you can hit my Instagram
You're
at
breaking up, guys. You hearing me?
you hear me?
Go
Yeah, you
ahead.
can hit
Yes.
my Instagram at Kemahl underscore Russell, which is KEMAHL underscore Russell. All right, H. Start Hitman.
Yeah, guys, you can
All
check
right,
out my
and
page. I tagged them in some of the posts, so you can check them out. Mm-hmm.
all right. So check me out, and I'll give you guys the detail on the classes. You know, if it's personal classes, if it's online classes, you can get the work. You know what I mean? Just inbox me, let me know how interested you are. You know,
And tell them
I'll
that you
get back to
normally
you.
tailor it. You tailor it to meet the need of the
Of course, it
person.
has to be tailored. You know
Right.
what I mean? Well, it depends. If it's a personal class, then that's different. You know what I mean? Then it's going to be, then the exercises are going to be tailored
Yeah.
towards whatever your goal is. You know, if it's
Right.
losing weight, if it's bulking up, if it's whatever it is, right? So
And you try
hit me
to
up,
work
guys.
with
Let
the
me know.
time, work with the
Exactly,
person's time. Mm-hmm.
exactly. So whatever time you have available, hit me up. Let me know your availability. I'll be here. All right.
All right.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you very, very much for coming and sharing with us. You're gonna have to come back. So both speakers tonight, guys, I'm gonna have to get them back. Thank
Yeah, that's no
you.
problem.
All right, guys,
That's no
stick
problem.
around
Thank
for
you.
Dams. Stick around for Dams Love Car Accessories. Dam, send me a request, please. Bye, Mr.
All right.
Russell.
Have a nice guys. Have a nice night, guys. Take
Alrighty.
care.
Yes.
Love. All right.
Stay on the live and watch. Stay on the live. Don't go anywhere.
All right. Cool.
All right. Mhm. Dams, check in, check in. Guys, thank you so much for staying with me. I know you're tired, but thank you very much. Sometimes it can get very lonely, but me, I feel as I'm talking by myself. But when I see you guys in the comments, it feels really good. All right, guys. So, Dams Love Car Accessories, please send me a request. Send me a request. Dams Love Car Accessories. So, guys, I just fell in love with these car accessories. Um, where is Dams? Hold on. Let me see if I can call her from here. I'm calling you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine, and you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us. Before
I'm
you
fine,
start
thanks for me.
showing your products, can you just tell them a little bit about yourself and how you started, when you started?
Okay, so this car accessory business is newly started about a week ago now. What I have
Okay.
in mind was to do home decor and accessories, but I realized that I have a lot of people doing that, and then I have a friend who just started doing that, and I said, all right, let me try
Mm-hmm.
something else, and then car come to
Mm-hmm.
mind 'cause I always have these little fancy stuff in my car, and people always ask where you get that, and and I
Right,
always say, I buy them online from my car, and then it just come to me one day, said, do car accessory,
right.
and then I
Mm-hmm.
start from there. Um,
Right,
I think about a month ago, I start with a page before I get the stuff to promote to
right,
see if people will be interested. And
right,
I get a
right.
few sales since I received the stuff like a week ago, as I said. And it's
Right.
going, I have hopes that it will grow and get better
It
because,
will. Because it's very
yeah,
unique. It's very unique.
exactly.
So how did you come up with the name?
Well, my daughter name is Damoya, and I just have a
Oh.
son. His name is Damir, so I just say Dams.
Oh, congratulations. Congrats.
Yes,
I want
thank
to tell
you.
you that I really, really love your product. I plan to support you soon. Guys, my birthday is 20 days from now. Please, I want one of her thing for my birthday. So those who planning to buy me something for my birthday, please.
Yeah.
I want one of the car accessories. I love bling bling. When I just bought my car, I I just love, you feel empowered because you've waited so long. I've waited so long for this
Mhm.
thing. I'm a business owner. I have to be taking taxi. I struggled and I struggled and I waited so long to get a car. So when I got the car, I feel like a girl boss. I want to fix up my car. I want to pretty up my car.
And let me stop you there. Have a sticker that say "Girl Boss" or "Boss" and
Oh,
"Boss Lady,"
oh,
so you can also get that for your car.
listen to me,
Yeah.
man. So do you have them on hand? Could just show us a little bit
Well,
what you have?
the stickers that I have. This one is Let me turn the camera. All right. So this is a car sticker. You can put it on the windscreen or the bumper. It said "Bless." Then I have phone
Mm-hmm.
holder. It's a black
Mm-hmm.
one for the simple
Mm-hmm.
people. Then I have the bling bling. This is pink,
Right.
and this is
Mm-hmm.
silver. And these are phone holder for your car. So for the girls them that love to snap, instead of holding your phone in your hands when you're driving, you just use a phone
Yes.
holder and you get the perfect picture or video.
Yes.
And also the charger. Yes, you get the
Mm-hmm.
charger for your phone. And here
Right.
are the steering wheel covers. So I have in different colors. I have pink.
Mm-hmm.
Also have the diamond, the bling bling one.
So
So
do you cater mostly for ladies or you have mostly for
well,
ladies or you have
mostly
for
for
males?
ladies, but a few for male.
Okay, okay, okay.
And I realized that the males like the bling bling also.
Oh, oh.
And this is for the license plate.
The license plates, yes, yes,
Yes. So you put it in a frame, you know that it's gonna be perfect with a frame.
yes.
I also have the
Well,
simple one.
girl, listen to me, man. Let me tell
Hmm.
you something. You see, this business that you have is very unique. This,
Yes, it
you see,
is.
listen, couple years from now, you're going to be one of the biggest things. Just continue. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy at first, which you
No.
are getting quite a few sales. So, that's
Yes.
good. That's a start. But just continue to believe in your dream. As you said, you love the decor. So this is your stuff. You're going to own your stuff. There's nobody that can own your brand more than you. So
Hmm.
you just continue to own yourself. And as I said, I plan to support you right now, soon, but not right now because you know how it goes sometime. we have
Yeah.
to we have
No
to
more
buy what we
whenever
money
you're
can
ready.
buy.
I have a discount for
so
you.
so pardon? You have discount for
Yes,
me? Thank
yes, I
you.
have discount for you. So whenever you're ready.
So do you have discount for anybody that is on the live right now?
Sure. They
Guys, you
can
hear
just
that we have eight.
DM me. Dams Love Car
Okay.
Accessory page. Send me a DM. Let me know that you were on the live with
Yes.
Crystal, and
Yes.
I give you a discount. And even
Oh,
if you don't own a car, you can buy for a friend, a family,
yes, yes,
every little support counts.
yes. Thank you so, so much for coming on. And as I said, girl, I'm watching you. You're gonna be big. And guys, come on. Even if you don't want to, can't afford it right now, share her. Yes, Auntie Yanni, one of my teachers is here. She's asking for discount for her for herself. No, she's a boss
As I
lady.
said,
You hear her name?
just
Boss lady.
Yes, the stickers are coming out soon. I have stickers that said Boss Lady, Mom's Life, Child
Right.
of God, Bless, and every
Yeah.
little thing. So you know,
Every
some
little,
people
yeah.
don't want a steering wheel cover, they just need a phone holder. So it doesn't have
Yes.
to be a set.
Right, right. Because sometimes you may not be able to afford this, no, but you can buy a little sticker, you know. And
Yes.
I believe in affirmations. I have a lot of affirmations in my car, you know. So I tell myself, queens don't settle, those little things. So
Exactly.
girls, we need to
Yes.
motivate ourselves.
Those are little motivation stuff.
Right, right. So keep on going. Thank you so much. Guys, you
Thanks
can
for
look
having
on
me.
my page and you realize that I tagged her and I mentioned her on the post. All right. So thank you very much. Any final words?
Well, what I can say is have a blessed night, everyone. Looking forward for the supports. And
Right, right.
also, Stal, thank you for having me, and I have seen you grow.
Thank
Even we're
you.
coming from primary school,
Yes, yes.
so a lot have changed.
Yes, yes.
And stay blessed.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Thank you
night.
so much for coming to
Thanks for
showcase
listening.
your
Oh,
product already. Yes, Tamika,
okay.
you are very late. This is Dam's love car accessories. So she was showcasing some of her car accessories. Show it one more time, Dam. Christina, show it
Okay.
one more time.
All right. So I have steering wheel covers.
Woo! My favorite. Animal print is my favorite.
Oh yes, I even have the original leopard print also. This
Woo!
one is the diamond bling bling for the bling bling
Mm-hmm.
fan, the phone holder,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have that for your phone. If you need a
Mm-hmm.
baby on board, we have that also.
Right.
Every little thing for car, license
So
plate,
guys,
frame.
my birthday is coming up. My
Oh,
birthday is 20 days away. So you know what I want for my birthday. Yes. So
yes.
before you go
And
though, do
just
you
send
want
me
to
a DM.
mention
You
price?
can.
You want to mention price, Christina?
Oh, sure. For this steering wheel cover, the price varies. So,
Okay.
this one is for 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
The separate print one is for 2,500, and the
Mm-hmm.
diamond, the bling with the diamond, it's for 3,500.
Okay.
Also, the phone holder, this one is for $3,000. The
Mm-hmm.
charger, 1,800, and also
Put down
another
one
phone
of the charger
holder.
for me. Here,
Okay, you want
mm.
silver or pink?
Silver.
Okay.
Because when
And I
somebody
also
buy the steering wheel for me for my birthday, the steering wheel cover, I want them to buy the guys. I want the black one with the that is the one that I
the
want.
diamond. Okay. And
Yes,
then we
that is the
also
one.
have the frame.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to keep blinging all over inside out, we have
Right.
everything. And also if you these are some rings for the button start. If you have a button start or a key start, you just
Mm-hmm.
put this thing around it. And it's
Okay.
normally complimentary, depends on what you buy, you will receive.
Okay. Wow. Girl,
Yes.
trust me. This business is unique, and
Mhm.
I'm all for that. Because as I said, I had to struggle to get I waited and waited and waited for my car. So when I got my car, I accessorized out everything in there. I have leopard print steering wheel. I have the cover, the gear, the stick, a cover.
Yeah. Have
Yeah,
that set also.
you have that set too? Okay. So I love this business idea, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for
Thank
coming.
you.
All
And
righty.
thank you for
Bye.
having me. Bye.
You're
Good night.
welcome.
Good
Good
night,
night.
y'all. For your support. And remember to follow the page
Yes,
at
please,
Dan
guys.
Car Accessories. All right.
Type it and let me tag it. Type it and let me tag it. Tag it. All right, guys. Guys, this is the point of the show where I say thank you so much for